What's up, guys? Hey, Jared Beckstrand here, Doctor of Physical Therapy, ToneAndTitan.com, and this is how to eliminate those annoying muscle knots in your upper back. Let's get into it right now. All right, you guys, hey, it's going to be a good one today. Who doesn't get muscle knots in like their neck and upper shoulders and upper back? Fortunately, there's a lot of cool things that you can do right at home with minimal equipment to alleviate tension, to alleviate pain in some of those areas. I hope that the things I share with you guys today help you out. If they do, be sure to hit that thumbs up button to like this video. Also, if you haven't done so already, hit that red subscribe button down there in the corner to subscribe to Tone and Titan right here on YouTube. Okay, you guys, so these muscle knots, these areas of contraction, there's a couple of different things that cause them. Posture issues is probably the first. If you have poor posture, that can be one of the causes for these muscle knots. Check the description down below for a video that I shot about posture. I'm also going to float that video right up here right now. Click on that link to help you correct your posture. The other thing that kind of spurred this video is one of my more popular videos here on YouTube is how to eliminate muscle knots in your neck and your upper shoulders. A lot of the comments that I get on that video include, well, what if my knots are a little lower? What if they're in my upper back, not necessarily my neck and upper shoulders? And so that's where this video is coming from right now, you guys. If your knot is in your neck and your upper shoulder, that's a little bit different techniques than what I'm going to recommend today. Again, check the description down below. I'm also going to float that video right up here right now. That's the one that you want for knots in those areas. If you have knots between your shoulder blades and into your upper back, you're in the right spot. So what we need to do is we need to get some blood flow into the area first things first, you guys. I recommend a heating pad for that. I want you to lay on a heating pad for about 15 minutes. Now, if you don't have a heating pad, check the description down below. That's the one that I recommend to patients on a daily basis. Works great. What we want to do is just open up those capillaries, promote blood flow into that area. I typically recommend heat for that. Okay, now let's get into some of the stretches, some of the exercises that you can do to mobilize your spine, to alleviate that knot. I'm actually going to go get my wife for this one, you guys. I'll be right back. I'm going to go grab her and we'll show you these exercises. All right, you guys, here she is again, my lovely assistant slash exercise demonstrator extraordinaire.
Slash the only one here at home to help him.
The only one here at home to help me, you guys. No, so Camille actually gets some muscle knots in her neck and shoulders and back pretty regularly. So she's kind of a master at these exercises, you guys. So thought it'd be good to bring her in to demonstrate some of these for you. So let's get into them right now. So the first thing that I want to show you is a way that we can actually kind of fatigue the muscle in that area. What that does is it kind of helps it to reset in order to eliminate that muscle knot. And so for this example, let's say that Camille's muscle knot's over here on the right side, kind of the right shoulder blade area. What we want to do is contract all the muscles in that area to fatigue it, to help it to reset. So in order to do that, Camille's going to elevate. So she's going to raise up that right shoulder. She's going to pull the shoulder backwards. She's going to extend her head. Now she's going to lean towards it. And now she's going to rotate away from it. So you're going to rotate your face up that direction. She's going to hold that for about a 3 to 5 second count and then relax. And so kind of confusing to get into, so let's help you out one more time. So again, this is for that right side. She's going to elevate. She's going to pull it backwards. She's going to extend her head. She's going to side bend her head. She's going to lean towards it. And then she's going to rotate away from it. And what you should feel is just a really good tight contraction of all those muscles in that area. She's going to hold that for about 3 to 5 seconds, and then she's going to relax. She's going to do that 10 times. There's your first exercise. Next, let's grab our foam roller. And then if you guys don't have one of these at home, honestly, it's like one of our favorite therapy tools. We actually,
if you have muscle knots, this is
a money maker right here, you guys. I had to go pull this. Like it was upstairs in our living room because we're on it like all the time. Yep. If you don't have one, I like this one. This is 6 inches in diameter. It's 36 inches in length. Check the link down below in the description. I've got a link to this one that you guys can go check it out. And so a big cause of your muscle knots is because your thoracic spine or your upper back just isn't moving the way that it should. This is a great way to not only massage those muscle knots, but to also promote mobilization and movement in that upper back. And so we've got it perpendicular to her spine. She's got it up kind of right on her neck level right now. She's going to reach behind her head, support her head with her hands, lift her hips up. Now she's going to use her legs to push herself up towards her head and then right back down. Nice and slow as we go over this. The thing that I always try to mention with this is I don't want you to stay like completely stiff, completely rigid while you're on this. You'll see that as Camille goes up and over it, she's going to let her head actually kind of fall down towards the ground, just so that we can be sure that your spine is actually extending over that foam roller. And really what I do in my clinic is I'll just set a timer. I'll just put you on this for like 2 minutes and say spend about that amount of time mobilizing and extending through your spine. Nice job, babe. I might not get her off of this, you guys.
So
this
good.
is the one that she's on all the time. Now, if you don't have convenient access to a foam roller, you can do a very similar stretch, a very similar exercise. Go ahead and hop down. There we go. Over the back of a chair. And so she's in a very sturdy chair. It's got a very firm back. I don't want anything that swivels or reclines or anything. She's going to sit in the chair, and then you can see that she puts her hands up behind her head. Same thing. We're going to try to work that extension through the upper back as she bends over the top of that chair that way. Now, you can kind of vary where this hits depending on your posture. If she wants it to hit a little higher, she can slouch a little bit. If she wants it to hit a little lower in her back, she can sit up kind of straighter and taller and then extend back over the chair. Extend back over the chair that way. Same thing, spend about 2 minutes doing that one. Next, we're going to get back up on the table. She's going to get up there on all fours, and we're going to throw, you guys have seen this one before. This one's the cat-cow or the cat-camel. Don't ask me which pose is which. I have my ideas. You probably have yours. But the idea is to get, I'm going to pull your hair over this way. The idea is to get as much motion as possible through this upper back, through where those knots are kind of occurring. So to do that, we want to introduce flexion and extension. So to introduce the flexion, she's going to pull her back up towards the ceiling, really trying to round all the way out. She tucks her chin down into her chest just until she gets a really good stretch through this area right here. She's going to hold that for about a 3 to 5 second count. And then I call that one the angry cat. I don't know, that's what it reminds me of. The camel or the cow part of this is she's going to go the opposite way. So now we're promoting extension through her upper back and through her lower back right here. Hold that one for 3 to 5, and then again through the cat pose, flexion. We're going to introduce that one, hold that one for 3 to 5, and then go back the other way. She's going to do that about 30 reps total is what I typically recommend with that one. Looks good, babe. Okay, so now let's introduce you guys to, there's 2 more self-massage techniques that I really like. And so go ahead and sit down. And so this is the other best friend here at the Beckstrand house. This is a THERACANE, you guys. This is a great tool for self-mobilization or self-massage. I'm actually going to have you flip around to the other side, babe. And what you do with this one, it's got, you know, different handles on it and these different, you know, kind of nubs right here, these different balls, where you can actually find those spots on your back. I'll give that to you. So she can actually find those knots down here on her back between her shoulder blades. You always go right to that one. That's the one. That's her spot right there, right on that right side. And then you can just apply pressure to that. And typically what I tell people is as soon as you find that knot, put a little pressure on it, kind of lean into it a little bit, and really hold that for about 20 to 30 seconds per your pain tolerance. And what you should feel with that is that muscle actually release. As that tension decreases in that area, you'll feel that knot release. Then you can move on to a different spot and you can find another area to release. Okay, cool. So that's the THERACANE, you guys. Again, one of my favorite self-therapy tools. Check the link in the description. I've got a link to one of these THERACANEs. You can pick one up on Amazon. They're pretty cheap. They're like 15, maybe 20 bucks. So go ahead and check that out. Now, if you don't have the THERACANE available, tennis ball works really well too. She's just going to need to stand up, and she can put that between her back and the wall. And then again, right on that spot, she can kind of, you know, squat and move and roll and rotate to kind of get that tennis ball right on that spot where one of those muscle knots is. And then hold it right there. Same thing, about 20 to 30 seconds. Lean into it, kind of put some pressure on it. Is a really great way, a really great self-mobilization technique that you can really hit that muscle knot as well. Nice job, babe. Okay, so we've got one more. If I can get her off of these things. So we've massaged it, we've mobilized it, we've stretched it, we've shown you some different things there. The last thing that I love to do, and the last thing that I think a lot of people miss when we're talking about muscle knots, is just strengthening the area, especially between the shoulder blades. We're talking about middle traps and rhomboids. The stronger we can make those, the less they have to work throughout your day, and all of a sudden the more that knot melts away. And so to do that, what I'll typically recommend to people is just some rows. And so go ahead and grab those. I'll kind of be your anchor point right here.
Okay.
Okay, so you would anchor this around something firmer than your husband. And so a railing or a doorknob works well, something like that. And so then what she's going to do, go ahead and do some rows. So you're going to step back, extend your elbows all the way out straight. And then what she's going to do is pull her elbows back behind her and then come forward. Your emphasis with this is I really want you to feel this between your shoulder blade. I don't want you to focus on pulling the handles to your armpits. I want you to focus, the mental picture that you should have is pulling your elbows back behind your body. That's kind of the visual that I want. You should feel this between the shoulder blades. Those are the muscles that we want to go crazy with this. And so rows, you guys, about 3 sets of 10. You can even work that up into the 20 rep range, kind of 3 sets of 20 is another great way that you're going to really target those muscle knots in your upper back. All right, you guys, so that's it from us. How you feeling?
So good.
Just feeling amazing, right? She's cured. It's a miracle. No, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope that some of these techniques help you guys out. If they do help you out, hit that thumbs up button down below. And thanks so much for doing that in advance. Also, if you guys have any questions or comments about this or any technique that we talked about, leave those in a comment below. Also, any suggestions for future videos you'd like to see from Tone and Titan, leave those in a comment down below. I'll get to those just as soon as I can. All right, you guys, hey, this is a great chance to subscribe to Tone and Titan. Hit the circle right down below. If you've got muscle knots in your neck and upper shoulders, that's the video that you want right over there. If you've got muscle knots in your lower back, that's the video you want down in that corner. We'll see you again next time here on Tone and Titan.